Hi, my name is Katie Lockwood, and this is my horse Blaze, and today we're going to be teaching how to train your horse to do a flying lead change. So, to start out with, what you want to do is train your horse to do a flying lead change before you train them to do a simple lead change. The reason for that being, with a simple lead change, horses learn to associate the lead change with the direction change, which isn't what we want. Because with a flying lead change, the ultimate goal is to be able to go straight down the fence and be able to flop leads just back and forth without them thinking we're going in a certain direction. So to start out with, I've got Blaze today in just a snaffle bit, a gentle snaffle bit, and a German martingale. And what you should have is just some basic body control. You should be able to push their hips to the left and to the right, because we need to be able to push their hips over in order to get their hips up under them for the flying lead change. So the first exercise that we're going to do to train your horse to do the flying lead change, I'm going to put him in a left-hand circle at the lope, and then maintaining his eye and maintaining his hip, I'm going to put him in a right-hand circle at a counter canter, and then we're going to go straight down the rail, and I'm going to put my left leg on his left hip and push it over to the right. And as soon as he gives me that flying lead change, that's when he gets the release and the reward. I'll put my left leg on his left hip, and he gives me the flying lead change, so I give a little pat. So you want to continue to do the exercise until they understand that when you push on their hip, that's when they're supposed to do the lead change. Now right away, they're not going to do a flying lead change. He had no idea what I was doing when I first was putting my left leg on his left hip. So you continue to ride around until they might break down to a trot and then understand that they're gonna pick up the right lead, but you just keep being persistent, and you praise them even when they start to trot and they maybe break down and they pick up the right lead. But ultimately you just want that to improve, and ultimately if you continue to do that in both directions, they'll understand that when you put your leg on their hip, they're supposed to do the flying lead change. Now, some of the problems that you might have when you get your horse, say in the counter canter circle, they might want to switch leads, which is fine. Just take them in a circle, stop them in the middle, start again in that left-hand cantering circle, and get them going again. And one of the keys to it is maintain your speed. Make sure that your horse is really moving out. Make sure you're really pushing their stride along. It's really, really hard to especially maintain a counter canter circle when your horse is not moving quite fast enough, or if you just don't have enough space. Now Blaze and I are going to demonstrate one of the issues, or some of the issues that you might have when trying to do this exercise. So this time I'm going to take him in a circle to the right hand, and then I'm going to counter arc him in a circle to the left hand. He broke down to a trot and switched to his left lead, and that's fine. I'm just going to take him in a circle, back to our figure 8. So I'm going to stop him, I'm going to back him up. I'm not going to get too mad at him because it's really not that big of a deal, so I'll just put him back in the circle to the right hand and try again. Now push him out a little more. Maybe last time he didn't have quite enough forward motion going. That time was much better. And then I get him in a straight line. I'm going to push on his right hip this time. Very good. So the key to training your horse to do a flying lead change is just to be patient. This guy, Blaze here, it took about 6 months for him to really get it down. He was really good at simple lead changes to begin with, so it took a little bit of untraining his thinking and then retraining him to do the flying lead change. That's why when I said at the beginning of this video, it's ideal if you can teach your horse to do a flying lead change before they get that simple lead change in their head and that when they associate the direction change with the lead change. So we don't want them to have that at all, but it is not impossible to teach your horse to do it if they already know how to do simple lead changes. Flying lead changes are beneficial in every area of riding and showing. I do barrel racing with him, I do reining, I do English, I do patterns. They really give you a competitive edge and they're fun. I mean, I can get on him, I can do all kinds of fun things with the lead changes. So once you get it down and once you get through the tough spots of training them how to do it, it really is a rewarding process, and it's rewarding to be able to do it with your horse.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on and fly with me, let's fly away.